why the pros use paper tape on drywall seams instead of fiberglass mesh that's popular with do-it-yourselfers? Third-generation carpenter and professional drywaller Myron Ferguson says that once you get the hang of it, paper tape is faster and cleaner to use and costs less than mesh tape. The first step after the drywall is hung in a room is to tape the flat seams. In this Build Like a Pro video, Myron shows us his secrets for embedding paper tape over flat seams using a curved trowel and a 6-inch drywall knife.
I need to embed tape on these two seams, this seam and this one here. I'm going to use paper tape and regular all-purpose compound. The tools I'm going to use, I have a curved trowel, which is a special trowel for drywall, has a slight concave surface. And I'm using a 6-inch taping knife. These are the two tools I use most of the time when I'm embedding tape. The 6-inch knife is a very rigid knife. It's quite a stiff knife, which is important because I want to embed that tape nice and tight. I'll show you that in a minute. The other thing I'm going to be using is paper tape. I have it on my holder here, so it makes it very convenient. So just regular pre-creased paper tape I'm going to be using. Since I'm using a trowel as opposed to a hawk, I have a relatively small surface area to hold my compound. So as soon as it gets a little bit messy on there, like if I've just been taping a seam, I've removed it and it's on there crooked, I just kind of flip it over and put it back on the trowel. Now when I take it off the trowel, I just come on there and I cut it off. Here I'm just applying the compound to the seam. I'm just starting in the corner. I'm just going to pull it away from the corner. I want to get a nice even amount of compound. Not too thick, but definitely not too thin. Because if it's too thin, you're going to end up with dry spots. If I put on a little thicker than you might think is necessary, that's all going to be forced out as I embed this tape. Well, this is a nice even amount. If I dig into it, you can see it's probably, a light 1/8 of an inch thick. And I'm just going to put the tape in place. And you can start in any direction. I could start into this corner or the outside edge and work towards the corner. But I find since this is this type of wall here, I'm just going to come from that corner and get to the end. When I put the tape in place, I start right in the corner, then I pull it out a couple of feet, and that's where I press it in. I'm not pressing the tape into the compound with my fingers the entire length, just at intervals of approximately every 2 feet. I've got the tape put into place. Now I need to embed it nice and tight. So no matter what length seam it is, I normally start right in the middle. But if I just start pulling with my taping knife, it could pull the tape away from that corner. So what I like to do is I take my other hand, which is holding the trowel, and I just hold the tape in place. And then I pull away from it. And now when I want to embed the rest of the tape, it's already held firmly in place, so I don't need to hold it anymore. I can just pull it back in the other direction.